Okay, so we're going to continue with the barrel. Right now I have that actual material in here, the UV material I made in lesson 1. And what we're going to do is kind of utilize that. As you can see, we have a lot of work to do. We got some squish texture here, some texture that doesn't look too appealing right here. And the barrel doesn't look half bad. What I do want to do, eh, I'm just kind of looking at this. See, here's the seam. So what I want to do is try to prevent that seam from happening. And it's happening because right now these are folded in on themselves. So if I can go to UV, highlight my UVs, I can unfold. Okay, that's a much better seam. It's better representing it. Okay, I'm going to do that for the very bottom also. I could then go in if I want to and straighten out the UV border. Okay. Now at the very top, if I wanted to do that, let me show you something that you have to do for the seam. If you go like this, you'll see that it flips upside down. This is a good introduction point to the fact that on certain shells that are namely on the interior of things, you will have to flip them like that in order to unfold them like that. As you can see now, there's a better distortion period here. Again, if I wanted to straighten out those seams, I could. Okay, good. There's the barrel all unwrapped. Now for these things. These are very easy to do. We just have to unfold them. Again, grab the edge at the very top, hit cut, go to UV, highlight all the UVs on the very top, and unfold. We have to repeat the process for the other two rings. Cut, unfold. There we go. We have our rings all set. The last thing is the top. Well, the top's very easy also. Just grab the edge at the very bottom because we want to present the seam on the inside. Cut it. Go to UV, highlight one, control right click to shell. Now you have two shells. The difference here is this edge right here, I can grab it and then hit unfold. This will unfold the bottom shell. What I like to do at this point is make sure I put it up here and scale the two shells so they match. Namely, this one's going to be a little bit bigger, and rightfully so, because it also has this little edge. You're going to experience some kind of fall off here of the texture, how it warps just a little bit. that is normal for this type of projection and this type of shelling. Okay, so here we are. Now we just have to get everything onto the actual plane. I'm just going to do this by hand. I find that, using the automatic layout is kind of weak sometimes. And I'm going to dim this image so you can see it. About uniformity, I'm making sure the barrel is actually uniform to itself, because that's a separate texture altogether. So the texture on the barrel is going to be wood, and the straps are going to be metal. So as long as all wood is the same, then it should be okay. So I'm kind of paying close attention to this right here. I'm going to scale this down until I can get it matching quite well with the barrel. So these squares are as equal to the barrel. Okay. If I highlight all the objects at once, I can use all the UVs at once. I haven't joined anything together. I haven't combined them. So here's where I really utilize the space. You notice there's a very small space right here, very minimal space here. That way I can get all these shells on here at once. Remember, the larger the shells are, the more detail you can fit in them. Hence, the larger the squares here, the more detail is represented. In the next video, I'm going to lay out some more UVs for the barrel.